Today we're going to be doing some grocery shopping and some quick meal prep to help you have good quality food at home ready to go whenever you need it. So Alex and I are headed to Publix right now. We're going to be making 3 things today. We're going to be making some lemon pepper salmon and asparagus, some cheeseburgers, and some grilled fajita chicken and rice. Whether you're counting macros or not doesn't really matter. These are going to be all things that are pretty good choices for those of you doing CrossFit and working out pretty hard. You could substitute one thing or the other on any of them. You could add rice with the salmon instead of the asparagus. You could have both. You could not have the bun if you didn't want to, or the cheese if you didn't want to on the burger. And then the fajita chicken, you could add rice, or you could have the chicken and asparagus, whatever you need. But it's going to make it real easy because we're going to be cooking everything in bulk. That way you can just grab and go during the week. You have good food ready to go. Now, our plan of attack is going to be to go get the protein first, our beef, our salmon, our chicken, and then we're going to head across the store, get our carbs, whether it's buns for the hamburger, vegetables, and rice. And then we should have our fat and olive oil already at the house. We've got our seasoning already at the house, and that should be it. Let's go. Alright, so we're in the meat department here, and luckily everything we need is right here. We're going to start off with some chicken breast here. Luckily we got buy one get one free going on today, so we're going to grab 2 of these, throw them in our car. We're going to be making some burgers as well. We're going to use the 93.7 beef here because it's much leaner, doesn't have near the amount of fat, and I'd rather spend my fat, use all my fat on cheese and other fun things rather than just in some 80-20 or some 70-30. So we're gonna get 3 of these, make a good amount of burgers, and now we're gonna head over to the seafood. And we're gonna get a couple salmon fillets. So it looks like we've got salmon fillets here. Not the ideal salmon fillet we would like, but this is what we got, so we're going to go with it. How you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good. Can we get 2 salmon fillets, 2 big ones?
How's that look for you, sir?
It's good to me.
You like that?
Some asparagus, everything else. We picked up a few pieces of fruit as well for the week to throw in there as well. Eggs, because I'm out of eggs. And I think that about wraps it up. We're going to head to the house and start cooking. Alright, so we're home from the store. We got a lot of our stuff put away. Switch a little game plan. We're going to make, this first video is going to be grilled chicken, asparagus, and rice. We're going to grill the chicken, season it with fajita seasoning, super easy. We're going to put the asparagus in the toaster oven, and then we are going to... Alright, so first things first, we're going to go ahead and get the grill turned on, get it heated up, preheated, and we are going to get the rice on the stove. Alright? Get it fresh and clean from last time. Get this puppy fired up here. I like to cook it about medium for chicken, medium-ish heat. This grill runs pretty hot, so I turned it a little lower than the last one, but it's just a little bit over halfway. You can kind of see the knobs there. We'll let that get preheated and we'll go in and we'll get the chicken ready. Alright, so we're about ready to throw this rice. I got jasmine boil in a bag rice because it's kind of sticky rice. I like this this here. I've got over here, got the burner on high, and I've got looks like a 5-quart pot, basically just a big pot filled about 3/4 up with water. We're gonna let this come to a boil, and then we're gonna throw in, actually we're gonna throw in our rice now. I cook all of them that come in the bag here. That's why I fill it up so much, put them in there. And it takes about 10 minutes to cook once that is boiled. So we're gonna watch this. Once it's boiled, we're gonna set it for 10 minutes. And we're gonna come over here and prep the rest of our meal. All right, so we've got these nice asparagus here. I'm not really a big fan of this white, hard, crunchy part on the back. So before we start messing with the chicken and have to wash our hands and all that, we're gonna take our asparagus out here. And I like to just kind of cut off the ends because I really don't like the way that tastes. So we're good there. Boom. So you can get rid of these. We're gonna be cooking the asparagus in the oven, so we're gonna go ahead and preheat the oven to 400 degrees here. We're gonna wait for that to go ahead and get going. We're going to take and line our pan here with foil. That makes cleanup really easy. A lot of the biggest pain in meal prepping is doing dishes, so we like to keep that to a minimum. Now we've got our chopped up asparagus here, or our asparagus with the ends cut off. We're just gonna put them, spread them out on here, and it's gonna be real easy. I like to just put a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper on the asparagus. So just kind of come in here, go back and forth, as much or as little as you want here. And then salt and pepper to taste. I think the more seasoning, the better, personally. But that's just me. So this is the last few of the chicken breasts getting in here. You can come take a look. We've got a whole thing of strips here. I'm going to go ahead and liberally apply the seasoning because I like the seasoning a lot. Got seasoning on the bottom and the top of each one of these. So we got this about to go in, this preheating, this almost ready. I like to grill for about, on my grill, it's about 5 minutes per side. You can do this on a George Foreman. If you had to bake these in the oven, you could bake them in the oven too. Whatever is more convenient for you. But we're about to go check the grill and make sure it's ready to go. 5 minutes per side. We're gonna leave these in for 10, 15 minutes, maybe 20, kind of depending on how they look. Kind of do these by feel. Once they get a little crispy and brown, I like my asparagus crispy. So we're gonna go check on the grill and we'll see you in a second. The grill preheated. This is where you're gonna want to be careful spraying this on there. If you don't coat your chicken in some kind of olive oil or something, you're gonna need to grease the grill. I don't recommend doing this while it's lit. So I'm gonna turn it off here while we're doing this. It's still hot though. Alright, so we've got it there. Now fire it back up, turn it right back on to where it was, and we're going to go ahead and just get our chicken on the grill. We're going to leave that for 5 minutes. We're going to go inside and set a timer. We're going to check on our rice and our asparagus. So we got asparagus in the oven. We got the light on here. We can check it out. It's been in there for a few minutes. We've got a timer set to 20 minutes, but I pretty much play this one by ear. Just kind of check it, make sure it's not burning, but I like it crispy and cooked pretty well. Rice we've got coming out in about 3 minutes, just a nice slow boil here. We'll have that ready to go, and then we'll go flip our chicken here in a few minutes. Alright, Alright, so we had the rice finish up. It's 10 minutes. We're left with 4 bags here. We're going to let these cool off. Timer this one off for the chicken. We're going to go flip the chicken. The chicken's been cooking for a little over 5 minutes on this side. We're going to go ahead and flip these all onto the other side. Because it took me a little longer to get out here, it probably took me about 6 minutes to get out here instead of 5. Probably only going to leave it on this side for 4 minutes, just because I don't want it burned. You want to make sure your chicken's cooked all the way through, but dried out chicken's no good. Alright, so the chicken just came out. We got the rice all done. And I think our asparagus are ready to go. They could stay in a little bit longer if we wanted to, but they are definitely done and ready to eat. Alright, so this is our finished product here. We've got a whole bunch of grilled chicken, a bunch of sticky rice, and a good bit of asparagus here. Depending on how you want to use this, if you're going to just pick it out a little bit at a time, you can put it all in one container like I have it here. Or if you're planning to have it on the go, these containers work great. You can put however much chicken, rice, and asparagus in there. If you're counting macros, you know, you can use the scale to add a bit of each and log it into your MyFitnessPal. Either way, very, very simple. Didn't take all that long, and we've got at least 10 meals worth here, depending on how much you eat, maybe 7 or 8, but tons of chicken, rice. You can make more or less rice, more or less asparagus, more or less chicken, and you'll have simple, easy meals on the go.